That is what it's all about. Scott Armstrong holding up that World Heavyweight Championship. You saw that name on that plate. CM Punk, the Second City Saint, defending against the charismatic Enigma and Jeff Hardy. These two are the perfect rival for each other. Absolute polar opposites. And Punk went for a kick to the side of the leg. That's a smart strategy. That's what you have to do, is go for kicks to the side of the leg. Jeff Hardy's legs are a big part of his agility and his quickness. And taking out Jeff Hardy's quickness makes him easy pickings for CM Punk's technical style. And CM Punk with that side headlock on Hardy. For Hardy, it's about risk taking. That's what Hardy's entire career has been about, is doing whatever it takes to be at the top. For the time he won his first WWE Championship last year to now, Hardy has done whatever it takes to be at the top. But the problem is, for Jeff, that CM Punk loves to point out, is Jeff has his personal demons. We're all human, but Jeff has his personal demons that has gotten in the way of him. Every man has his faults. And Jeff, for all of his issues, would love to get past that one thing that he feels is just stuck in his mind, and that's being the shortest world champ, that shortest world champion stigma. And for CM Punk, he just wants to end Jeff Hardy for all that he stands for. And I talk about Jeff Hardy's demons. CM Punk loves to point them out as somebody who is straight edge. CM Punk doesn't drink. CM Punk doesn't smoke. He doesn't do drugs. And he loves to point that out. And his reasoning for that, basically saying that's why he's better than everybody else, is that he does consider himself clean. But for Jeff Hardy, who gets taken out by Punk, Jeff Hardy, who struggled for years to grind up to the top, for Jeff Hardy, he's got to face the best of the best. You know, especially during the early period of his career, going back to facing The Undertaker in a ladder match for the WWE Championship, facing Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship. There is a lot there that Jeff Hardy has gotten to do. But you can't say CM Punk hasn't gotten to do those things. CM Punk has had the opportunity to do some of those things as well. But both of these superstars have had different ways of getting to the top. Oh, CM Punk, who faked out Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy went flying, going to the outside of the ring. CM Punk seems like the kind of guy to accept any form of victory, as long as he leaves as champion, whether that be countout, disqualification, or others of such. Oh, and Hardy this time paying it forward right back to CM Punk. CM Punk, who went for a suicide dive onto Hardy. Hardy getting out of dodge. And the only thing CM Punk ate was the ground that he landed on. Nobody home. And Hardy now rolls the champion back into the ring. And Hardy goes for the cover, but it's CM Punk who's able to get the shoulder up at 2. And a neck breaker. Ooh, That was a rough neck breaker for CM Punk. And now it's Hardy. This is where Hardy's at home. When he's up at the top, when he's taking risks, when he's defying the odds. That's what Hardy has done to separate himself from everybody else. But it doesn't always work out in his favor, just like it didn't there. Hardy hit hard on the barricade. And now CM Punk yelling at the official Scott Armstrong to start the count. CM Punk ready to take the win by any means necessary. Ironically, their differences can also lead to similarities in that sense between these two, both feeling outcasted. Although CM Punk uses his bit of being an outcast as a form of his cockiness, as a form of being better than everybody else. Jeff Hardy's struggles have made him relatable. That's why the WWE Universe has backed Jeff Hardy. That's what led Jeff Hardy to winning his first WWE Championship last year at Armageddon. These kicks and knees to the back, doing anything he can to take out Hardy. Hardy's extreme style in the ring can really break you down quickly. It can shorten your career. But for Hardy, I don't think he's worried about that right now. Right now, what Hardy is worried about is that World Heavyweight Championship and having it put around his waist. But from the get-go, when the moment the bell rang, I had mentioned that CM Punk was going to look to keep Jeff Hardy grounded. Punk was using kicks to his advantage, and that's exactly what we've seen from Punk. And Punk, once again, going for the cover on Hardy. And Hardy having to exhaust energy in order to kick out. I also mentioned that technical background of Punk. And that surfboard, that bow and arrow, whatever you want to call it, whether you're considered a surfboard or a bow and arrow, that's an old one. Sometimes you just got to dig deep. You can tell CM Punk is a student of the game. CM Punk, who watched guys like Roddy Piper, Bret Hart. Those are the guys that CM Punk looked at. But you can definitely see in his cockiness where Roddy Piper comes into play. And Punk going after that lower back of Hardy, looking to take the legs out of commission, trying to slow down Hardy. Hardy has had a rough time finding any kind of momentum in this match, and that could be a detriment to his strategy, trying to find his way back in this, especially the longer this match goes on. The world title, the opportunity of winning it seems to slip away. Meanwhile, Hardy trying to fight back at Punk. Oh, look at the counter from Hardy, though. Desperation for Hardy as Punk is in trouble. But how much trouble is Punk in with all the damage Punk has done to Hardy? Hardy can't capitalize on the situation right away. And that gives Punk some time to regroup as well. With both superstars down, who's going to take advantage? Punk trying to regain some feeling in his right arm. Let's take a look at that. You saw the way that his right arm hit the mat first. And now with both men working their way back up to their feet, making it up at the same time, Hardy holding onto that lower back. CM Punk with a slap to the face of the enigma that is Hardy. And Jeff Hardy trying to fight back. And a takedown of Punk. And another one here in Philly. And that inverted atomic drop. And Jeff Hardy is really starting to pick up some much needed momentum, but it's CM Punk who kicks out. And Hardy showing that there is still life left, showing a sign that there is hope. Shh. There's a whisper in the wind attempt coming your way. But never mind. CM Punk countered that whisper in the wind attempt by Hardy. Punk has that smirk on his face, measuring up Jeff. Full speed ahead. That running knee in the corner. Into the running bulldog combination, but countered. And now this time, a whisper in the wind lands on Punk to become world champion. But Punk denies the title to Hardy as the shoulder leaves the mat at 2. And these two who have so much history, they know each other so well. It's going to take a lot. We knew these two were going to go the distance. Hardy looking to become world champion. Looking to go for it. Swanton bomb. But that Swanton definitely bombed as nobody was home when he hit the mat. Uh-oh. Pepsi plunge. What a backbreaker from Punk. Pepsi Punk now has a dragon sleeper looking to submit Hardy. At first, I thought CM Punk was going to go a little bit deep into the playbook with a low-grounded Pepsi plunge. But Punk instead pulling out a nice backbreaker. And then a dragon sleeper using that technical background of his. That's what makes Punk so dangerous, is the way he's able to keep his opponents grounded. And now you can see the confidence oozing on Punk as he's ready to take out Hardy. Look at these shots from Punk. One for that backhand, but nobody home. Jeff Hardy, a half-handed twist of fate. And could it be Hardy's moment to achieve the dream? Went for the Swanton. Second time, nobody there except the knees. And what is there is the kick out. Is Hardy able to get some strength in his legs to force Punk off of him? And to be willing to do it for the title so that honor and justice may live for Hardy to be world champion once again, for a chance to strike, a chance to jive, and a chance to drive as a GTS will leave Punk as still, but no, Hardy kicks at it too. Punk deep cover. And again, Hardy stays alive. And the third time is not the charm. I'll tell you what, Punk is not lucky. And Punk doesn't even know what to think right now. You saw the look on his face. The Second City Saint struggling to figure out what it's going to take. But I think he might just have a plan. Punk taking the world championship and leaving. After this back and forth match that we've seen, an absolute incredible match we've seen between these two superstars, and CM Punk, who doesn't care how it ends as long as he leaves with his title, looking to throw it all away. But Jeff Hardy's not going to let Punk leave that easily, as Hardy sends Punk back into the ring. Hardy just pounding away on the straight edge superstar, sending him into the corner. Oh, and a twist of fate as Jeff Hardy looks to secure his fate. You talk about a spear of destiny with a swanton bomb. And Hardy is back on top of the mountain as your new world champion. Jeff Hardy with a loom of fate to reach the spear of destiny as your new world heavyweight champion. Jeff Hardy, who won the WWE Championship last year, got a taste of what it meant to be world champion, gets another taste against the odds as Jeff Hardy can celebrate at the top of the mountain as your brand new world heavyweight champion. Congratulations to the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.